Alright. Here we are at the College of Winterhold. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Alright, time to
The
find
architecture of this college, it's not as run down as many people make it out to be.
Yeah, you're holding the sword wrong, you know, but whatever. So, Mr. Orc.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
Yes, we're clear. I need to find a moth priest.
A moth priest? What in Oblivion do you need a moth priest for?
Well, my business is my own, and just tell me what I need to know.
Fine, fine. No need to get your britches in a twist. The obvious answer is to go to the Imperial City. The moth priests make their home in the White Gold Tower. Sometimes they go out looking for Elder Scrolls. Lucky for you, there's a moth priest in Skyrim right now, doing just that. He stopped in to do some research in the library, then left for Dragonbridge. If you hurry, you might catch him there.
Another quiet day.
Yes, it is a quiet day. Know anything about a moth priest visiting here in Dragonbridge?
Ah, so that was a moth priest then. He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop, just headed south across the Dragon Bridge.
Okay. Thank you, man.
Till next time.
Till next time. Come on, let's go, Serana. Wait. What the shit? Effects of the Elder Scrolls. Okay, I'll read this later. Vampire. Get this. Okay, so prepare an ambush just outside of Dragon's Bridge. Take the priest to 4 bears. Hold on for safekeeping until I can break his will. Malchus. Okay, that asshole. Well, 4 bears, what the fuck it is. Let's go. Hey Serana, looks like we found it. Let's go.
You've seen the last dog. I bring the night.
Off with your fucking gun.
You're dead.
Wow. Nice work, Serana. Let's see what this button do.
But my master is
There's our moth priest.
his enemies will pay.
Uh-oh, okay. Looks like he's under a stupid spell. One is enough, I guess.
These are some tough opponents. Keep your guard up.
Stop! I yield! That wasn't me. You were fighting. I could see through my eyes, but I could not control my actions. Thank
I must
you for
admit,
breaking that foul
I'm
vampire's
impressed.
hold
Your
over me.
conjuration magic is truly something else.
You know I hate reanimation and shit. Okay, Moth Priest. Let's talk.
You arrived just in time. I think those vampires were getting hungry.
Are you alright?
I'm quite all right, thanks to you. Dexian Evicus is my name. I'm a moth priest of the White Gold Tower. These vampires claimed they had some purpose in store for me, but they wouldn't say what. Probably hoping to ransom me, the fools.
I know why they needed you. Because we need you for the same purpose.
You do? All right then, enough mysteries.
Okay. I'll explain later. Right now we need your help, and time is short.
Well, you saved me from those vampires. I suppose the least that I can do is hear you out.
You can find us at Fort Dawnguard, near Stendar's Beacon.
Very well. I'll hurry on my way there before more of those vampires turn up.
Alright. That's better. Hello, Mike.
The sands are cold, but Khajiit feels warmness from your presence.
Happy to hear that. What's up, Isran?
I'm impressed you could find a moth priest so quickly.
Well, you know me. So, does he have the scroll? Is everything ready?
For the reading? Yeah. Just let the old man know when you're ready.
Okay. Glad you made it here safely, Dexion.
Ah, my rescuer. It's good to see you again.
Have my companions made you feel welcome?
It's not exactly the hospitality I'm used to, but your man Isran has seen to my needs well enough. And might I add, this is a remarkable fortress. I have colleagues back home that would love to study this place in detail.
How did this happen?
Are you prepared to read the Elder Scroll?
Oh, most certainly. Let's find out what secrets the scroll can tell. Now,
Okay.
if everyone will please be quiet, I must concentrate. I see a vision before me, an image of a great bow. I know this weapon. It is Oriel's bow. Now a voice whispers, saying, "Among the night's children, a dread lord will rise. In an age of strife, when dragons return to the realm of men, darkness will mingle with light, and the night and the day will be as one." The voice fades and the words begin to shimmer and distort. But wait, there is more here. The secret of the bow's power is written elsewhere. I think there is more to the prophecy, recorded in other scrolls. Yes, I see them now. One contains the ancient secrets of the dragons, and the other speaks of the potency of ancient blood. My vision darkens, and I see no more. To know the complete prophecy, we must have the other two scrolls.
Okay.
I must rest now. The reading has made me weary.
Come on, old man. You should get some rest.
Yeah.
Do you have a moment to talk?
Yes, Serana. What's on your mind?
That moth priest, Dexian, he said we needed 2 other Elder Scrolls. I think I know where we can start looking.
Why didn't you say something earlier?
Half of the people in your little crew would just as soon kill me as talk to me.
Well-
That exactly doesn't make me want to open up.
Alright.
I got a warmer welcome from my father, and that's saying something.
Okay. Does Harkin even care about you anymore?
You know, I've been asking myself the same thing. I hoped that if he saw me, he might feel something again. But I guess I don't really factor in at this point. I don't even think he sees me as his daughter anymore. I'm just a means to an end.
So, where is this Elder Scroll?
We need to find my mother, Valerica. She'll definitely know where it is, and if we're lucky, she actually has it herself.
You said you didn't know where she went.
The last time I saw her, she said that she'd go somewhere safe. Somewhere that my father would never search. Other than that, she wouldn't tell me anything. But the way she said it, someplace he would never search. It was very cryptic, yet she called attention to it.
Sounds like she was being cautious.
Maybe. What I can't figure out is why she said it that way. Besides, I can't imagine a single place my father would avoid looking. And he's had all this time too. Any ideas?
Well, if he's not gonna look for it, maybe because he's there already. So maybe it's in Castle Volkihar?
Wait, that almost makes sense. There's a courtyard in the castle. I used to help her tend a garden there. All of our ingredients for our potions came from there. She used to say that my father couldn't stand the place. Too peaceful.
Isn't that pretty risky, staying around the castle?
Oh, absolutely. But my mother's not a coward. That is, I don't think we'll actually trip over her there. But it's worth a look.
They aren't going to let us use the front door, right?
True. But I know a way we can get into the courtyard without arousing suspicion. There's an unused inlet on the northern side of the island that was used by the previous owners to bring supplies to the castle. An old escape tunnel from the castle exists there. I think that's our way in.
Alright. Let's go to the castle's secret entrance.
It's around the side of the castle. Let's move.
Let's go. Take care here, Mike.
Castle looks so big from down here. I mean, it is big, but, well, even bigger.
Yeah, you don't say.
Hey, so...
You okay?
So far, I think. Thanks.
That's good to hear. I was just checking in.
That's very kind of you. Though, there is something else. Just wanted to say how grateful I am for all that you've done for me. No one's ever been so genuine with me, at least in a while. I was lonely most of my childhood. My mother, at least for a time, was the only friend I really had. And then that prophecy came along. I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest.
Well, I'm glad to have met you.
This is getting a little awkward. I think I have a sudden urge to feed on something.
Alright then, go ahead and do your thing. I'll be here.
You can be a real horker sometimes. You know that? I'm not actually hungry. At least for the moment.
Alright then.
Stop it. You're not helping. Don't blame me if I sneak a little nibble on you.
Is that all you wanted to tell me?
Nothing escapes your attention, huh? Well, here goes. I've really come to care about you. I just wanted you to know that.
Care?
Yes, I appreciate you. And that's all I'm going to say for now.
Oh, thank you. I feel the same.
You do? I'm glad to hear that. Let's get going then.
Alright. Alright, I think those are the only guards. It's open. Alright, let's not mess this up. Go, we need to be fast.
Who's there? This was too easy.
A feral vampire. Look at that. The old man told us to harvest blood, right? We've harvested some on our journeys, and now this. Okay. We'll bring this blood samples to Septimus later. What's this? Journal fragment. Okay. Let's see what it says. Not good enough to live in their stupid keep, am I? Stupid sods don't realize I've moved into the undercroft and started taking control of their own death hounds. I'll get my revenge. Okay, so he's trying to control the death hounds. Okay. Was. Too bad.
I'm calling it. This one's in the bag.
Damn.
Yes? What did you need?
What the hell is this place? So, all these people dead. Looks like we're here. So this is the courtyard. Anything you want to say?
What happened to this place? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks, well, dead. It's like we're the first to set foot here in centuries. This used to lead to the castle's great hall. It looks like my father had it sealed up. I used to walk through here after evening meals. It was beautiful once. This was my mother's garden. Do you know how beautiful something can be when it's tended by a master for hundreds of years? She would have hated to see it like this. Wait. Something's wrong with the moon dial here. Some of the crests are missing, and the dial is askew. I didn't even know the crests could be removed. Maybe my mother's trying to tell us something?
Oh. 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 Okay.
I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial.
Looks like I found it.
Very clever, Mother. Very clever. I've never been in those tunnels before, but I'd bet they run right under the courtyard and into the tower ruins.
Let's
Well,
go.
at least we're getting close. Let's go. Past me? A grave mistake. Are you alright? Weapons up. I sense it. We're getting close. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, me too. It's like this gargoyle will not wake up, right?
Hope you're ready to lose.
Wow!
Oh, it's on. You're dead! That's how it's done. We're getting close. I'm sure of it. You have my back. We're getting close. I'm sure of it. I don't think we've reached the top yet. I'd bet there's some sort of secret passage around here. Look at this place. This has to be it. I knew she was deep into necromancy. I mean, she taught me everything I know. But I had no idea she had a setup like this.
Yeah.
Look at all of this. She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing? I'm not sure about this circle, but it's obviously something.
Daedra heart. Valericus journal. Alright, here we go. Okay, 27 last seed harkens short-sightedness, 28 last seed, you're gonna fire. Okay, how to stain the portal? What do you mean portal? I've done it after wasting thousands of gold coins and components I've discovered how to sustain the portal. I'm listing the components below without the proper amounts of my own protection. As secondary precaution, I am combining my blood into the formula which will prevent anyone from being able to duplicate and following me to the soul cairn. Formula consists of finely ground bone meal, purified void salt, soul gem shards. Using the proper measurements placed above into the soul cairn. Tomorrow after I get my things. More importantly, I must enact my plans with Serana. Get her to Dimhollow Crypt as soon as possible. Okay, looks like I found it. You know, I found your mother's notes.
You did? Let me see.
What is this soul cairn that she mentions?
I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems. That the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn.
Why did she care where used souls went?
The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself.
If she made it there, we'll find her.
That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn.
What do we need?
A handful of soul gem shards, some finely ground bone meal, a good bit of purified void salts. Oh, damn it.
What's wrong?
We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this in the first place.
You share her blood.
Not bad. We'd better hope that it's good enough. Mistakes with these kinds of portals can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started.
Alright. Are all the... are all those ingredients here?
Oh, definitely. Mother would have plenty of those materials in her laboratory. You just need to find them.
Okay. Soul gem shards. Okay. That's a one. There... Okay. Purified void souls. Wait, it's bone, right? Should be right here. There's a dragon bone? Finely ground bone meal. Okay, looks like we got it.
Get the ingredients in the vessel, and let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Portal vessel?
Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood.
Can I ask you something first?
Of course. What is it?
What will you do if you find your mother?
I've been asking myself the same thing since we came back to the castle. She was so sure of what we did to my father. I couldn't help but go along with her. I never thought of the cost.
It sounds like she did everything for your sake.
Possibly. I guess even a vampire mother is still a mother. She worried about me, about all of us. But she wanted to get me as far away from my father as possible, before he really went over the edge.
Alright, we won't know until we find her.
Yes. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect anyone to care how I felt about her. Thank you. Are we ready then?
Let's get that portal open.
Alright. Here goes. By the blood of my ancestors. She did it. Created a portal to the soul camp. Incredible.
Wait. I'm not going in.
Are you alright? That looked painful.
It was. What happened?
Now that I think about it, I should have expected that. Sorry. It's hard to describe. The soul cairn is, well, hungry, for a lack of a better word. It's trying to take your life essence as payment.
So there's no way in then?
There might be, but I don't think you're going to like it. Vampires aren't counted among the living. I could probably go through there without a problem.
Are you saying that I need to become a vampire?
Not your first choice, I'd guess.
It's not. There has to be another way.
Maybe. We could just pay the toll another way. It wants a soul, so we give it a soul. Yours.
Wouldn't that kill me?
My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially soul trap you and offer that gem to the ideal masters. That might be enough to satisfy them. It would make you a bit weaker when we travel through the soul cairn, but we might be able to fix that once we're inside. Maybe.
Those are my only options?
I'm sorry. I wish I knew a better way. Something that would be easier for you. Just know that, whatever path you choose, I won't think any less of you. Sometimes, things just have to be done. I know that better than anybody.
Okay. Soul
Have
trap.
you made up your mind?
Yep. Soul trap me. I would feel right as a vampire.
Are you sure? I'm willing to do it, but you need to think it through. You'll remain mortal, but you'll find yourself weakened within the soul cairn.
I'm ready.
I know this is difficult for you. I hope you trust me. I'd never do anything that could hurt you.
I trust you completely.
Thank you. Let's not waste any more time then. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
Okay.
Let's go. My mother...
Wait. So the active effects are...
must be waiting on the other side of that thing.
Let's go. Wow, this place is amazing. Look at this. Now we only need to find your mother.
Look at this place. I can't imagine choosing to come here. My mother must have been terrified.
Yeah. Alright, Serana.
You'd think a vampire would be right at home in this place. You'd be wrong. Let's just find my mother and get out of here.
Let's go.
I'm calling.
You must help me find my Arvak.
I don't give
He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
I don't give a fuck about your Arvak.
Smell like anything.
Serana, what are you doing? Let's go.
You know, you could have waited a bit longer.
Come on. Uh-oh. Look at that. Strange, huh?
Look at the sky. What kind of place is this?
Yeah, right? I just said it. Let's go.
Ugh, the smell here. I frankly thought it wouldn't smell like anything. But looks like we'll be dealing with the smell of rot while we're here. Lovely. If she really is here, I wonder how my mother managed to deal with it.
Well, for a walking corpse, you don't smell terrible.
Me? I smell like nightshade and snow winds.
Might want to have a word with the trader who sold you this perfume.
Oh, you know what? You should be talking.
What do you mean?
I have a heightened sense of smell, you know. If you think you smell like blossoms after frolicking in a fetid cave, you are sorely mistaken. But, hey, you're actually not too bad. For a walking meat bag.
Well, you're a snowback.
Porker face.
Milk drinker.
Well, that is just not true. We're being awfully carefree, aren't we?
Yes.
I mean, we're being trapped in a realm of oblivion with no guaranteed return.
You said it.
Nice, really. It's just have someone who can help me forget about all the prophecies, Elder Scrolls, betrayals, this awful God's curse reek. About all of this, even for a brief moment. I'm starting to like you, okay? You're growing. And what I said is true, though I definitely wouldn't want to end up here for all eternity. We got a job to do. Let's find my mother and find a way out of here.
Alright. Come on, let's run.
Mother? Mother!
Maker, it can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him, to make everything right.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
Well, this is no ruse. I want to keep her safe.
Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That is why I'm here. For the Elder Scroll.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
How does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
The tyranny of the sun requires Serana's blood?
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
Are you saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I would never allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
I'll kill Harkon.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
And Serana's opinion in this?
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
Serana believes in you. Why won't you?
Serana? This stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So, to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about? You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different. But in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again, but I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have the Elder Scroll?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins.
Okay.
At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
We'll return soon.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
Okay, so I need to kill the Keepers. How did you become imprisoned here?
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
What was that bargain?
I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
They tricked you?
The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
You became trapped.
Unfortunately, yes. Since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
You've been imprisoned here for all this time?
Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game, each watching the other to see which will give in.
Who are the Ideal Masters?
I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance.
What do they resemble?
Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn. I believe there's more to it than that.
How so?
I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence.
And the crystals?
Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims.
Okay, got it. Why would they require sustenance?
The Ideal Masters' weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with them.
What do the Masters provide in return?
The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters wind up here, as harvested souls.
I see. Why haven't you pursued the prophecy?
Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
What sort of attention?
If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it.
Obviously.
They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
So you prefer living in the shadows?
I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
Last but not least, if I leave the Soul Cairn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
I see. Thank you so much, Valerica.
Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
I will.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
Alright, let's do it.
I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone.